working along with Gary Zielinski.
What a terrible toss. They didn't
Greg
retoss
Willard,
that?
and the Lakers will take it. So they're just getting settled in here. A sellout crowd in Houston at the Toyota Center. And Fish get it started early. He was here before any other Laker, and he made everything. Now, nobody was guarding him, but came off a good screen there.
We talked about getting him involved in the offense and, doing a consistent basis, not go 5-7 minutes without taking a shot. It's hard to get any kind of rhythm when you do that.
He's the Lakers' fourth leading scorer, averaging 11 and 3 a game, 3 assists. Ariza on Artest, but Battier, and it stays out. Josh Powell took it away from Yao Ming. Battier has really had his struggles from beyond the arc.
And that's his favorite spot, in the corner. He's a three-point shooter anyhow, but his favorite spots are in the corner.
And a hold on Scola. It'll stay in the Lakers' end offensively with 15 in the shot clock.
Which, talking about one and out, Yao has pretty good position on Pau Gasol, but Josh Powell didn't quit on the play, came over from the side and picks up the rebound.
It's also easy when you're 7'6", not jumping. He definitely didn't leave his feet as Josh Powell beat him to the punch. Finch 2 for 2. Yes, to start the contest. And the Lakers are up by 4 early thanks to Derek.
Yeah, he's got that aggressive mindset to start. Hopefully he keeps it, not to the point where he's looking to shoot every time down, but just to keep himself in a nice rhythm.
Reversing the ball looked like a turnover. Lakers didn't see it. Instead, Aaron Brooks gets the dribble. Former Oregon Duck, first team All-Pac-10 senior season in Eugene. Fourth all-time on the Ducks assist list. And a good move, putting him up front now as their leader. Pau Gasol slipped away from the screen. Kobe found him, and the Lakers 3 for 3 to start the game, lead it by 3.
And they've gotten real good execution out of their half-court sets. That pass, that time by Kobe, just beautiful bounce pass between the defenders.
Scola wanted Battier. Kobe took away the backdoor run. Now Yao, too deep. And little baby hook to Yao Ming.
Well, I just love his touch. The big fella has a sweet touch.
Fish finds Powell. It's batted away and rejected. And will it be goaltending? No. They play on. 14 in the shot clock. Bill Jackson out of his chair in a hurry as it's batted out of bounds. Belongs to the Lakers.
That was close, only because the ball was, from my angle, looked like it was over the cylinder.
Right.
If it's in the cylinder, you can't touch it. And Yao, with a good reaction, though, gets the block, and they count it. So, Lakers upset, but still have possession.
Kobe finding Yao. The extra pass didn't work. Ron Artest jumped it. And kicked out of bounds. It was a bad pass to begin with, and another break.
That was going out of bounds, but Scola had stopped on his route. He didn't run the route correctly, and that was going straight out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple of early breaks for the Rockets. That first one went over to Aaron Brooks, where it looked like it was a bad pass across the middle. Now Artest getting the cup, blocked away by Pau Gasol. So protecting the rim. Finch, hot hand, will it continue? Yes! Derek, is he ever on fire? 3 for 3 to start the contest. The Lakers up right now by 3.
Derek knows that he can elevate over Aaron Brooks, so he can get just about the shot that he wants. It's a matter of converting them.
Kobe coming over on the double. Yao with the reverse. Artest not close. And a good box out by Pau Gasol to keep Yao away from the rim.
Good rotation that time by the Lakers, even though they gave up a three-pointer to Derek. Watch the first foul. Derek and Aaron Brooks are having a battle down on the box.
Artest gambled. Ariza had the opportunity to go to the cup. This time he will. Goes right around Yao, who had to come over on the switch because Artest was left with Gasol.
You see the officials pointing to one another saying, keep your eye on the point guards. They're getting a little too physical.
Lakers now up by 5, their biggest lead. Battier spotting up. And again, good position to look at it as it's cleaned up by Scola. But before Battier made a 3 very late in their win on Monday, he had been 2 for his previous 24 from beyond the arc. That's how much Shane Battier has struggled. And he's missed his first 2. Pau Gasol, same combination works again with Kobe.
And that's going to happen anytime they run that high screen like that. Yao has to step out. Pau is just cutting to the basket. Kobe's finding him.
Lakers now 6 for 7 from the field, leading by 5. Yao got to the hole. They went for the strip. He turned the other way, though.
Well, what Pau Gasol should be doing is just trying to hold his ground and let the other guys, his teammates, go for the strip because the big fella Yao Ming is too strong for that.
And Artest coming in from behind. He did get the easy one for Scola. So points off a turnover. It's a 1-point game despite the fact the Lakers have only one miss.
Good sneak attack by Ron Artest. He's got some strong mitts on him when he gets his hand on the ball. He generally keeps it.
Now the hot hand, Derek Fisher. Let's see if he can find some room. No, it's taken away. Just trying to get it back. And the loose ball. The Lakers shot clock is all the way down, so it won't make any difference. Shot clock violation. And the third turnover early for the Lakers.
But Derek Fisher was trying to get the hand of Aaron Brooks off his hip, and he exposed the ball, and all of a sudden, Aaron Brooks just slaps it out of his hand.
Relaxed.
That's what happened. You know, Derek not allowed, the offensive player is not allowed to slap the defender's hands off. It's up to the officials to get the hand off, and that time, little relaxation cost the turnover.
So the Lakers already with a dozen on the board as opposed to the Portland game where they were down and only 16. It's a hold early on Pau Gasol. Still 20 on the shot clock. Just about 5 minutes gone in the opening 12, so a real clean start for the Lakers with the offensive end. Now let's see if they can get some stops because it's also 56% shooting early for the Rockets.
See if Pau mixes up his defenses on Yao Ming. You can't show Yao the same types of things, especially playing directly behind him.
Leaving Battier, who has struggled, as I mentioned. Kobe trying to take it away from Scola. Battier challenged. And again, going to be Ariza taking it away from Yao. Blindside on that one. Dish, deep three. Not close. And Gasol tapped it, but picked up by Luis Scola. Scola's second year with the Rockets. Out of Argentina. Brooks free because Dish hit the deck.
He tried to call the foul on Yao. Yao just bumped into him and sent him 10 feet.
Yao found out in the last game. Despite that, they still won. Dish right into the shin of Gasol and out of bounds. So that is now 4 early turnovers for the Lakers.
You know, we've played just about half of the first quarter, and Lakers by 1, and Kobe has yet to take a shot. So getting everybody involved early, and so far, you know, the guys are hitting shots.
Inside it goes. Ron Artest gives the Rockets the lead by a point, 13-12. We're just about halfway through the opening 12. Kobe's had some big games recently. In fact, over the last 6 against Houston, he's averaged 35, so he will get eventually. Not denied. It looked like it on his way down, or at least that. What a start for Pau Gasol. He's got a half dozen just like Derek Fisher.
A couple of interesting matchups going on right now, though. They're not in the middle where we talked about. Obviously, Yao and Pau, but see, there's really little you can do, especially if you're not going to contest. And Pau is staying down on the floor. You've got to, when he's in rhythm like that, try for the block and make him think about you.
6 early points. And Pau answers at the other end for the Lakers. He goes up to 8 and counting.
Yeah, the pace is not in Yao Ming's favor right now. Both teams are going back and forth. That's not a pace that suits Yao Ming.
Aaron Brooks playing with a world of confidence. Now they handed him the keys to the franchise. That's basically what it's all about. He's got the 3. And the Lakers are down by a couple. Fish following his own in last touch. 5 Fish, they say. In a battle with Scola, it'll go back to the Rockets when we return to Houston.
Just a little bit over halfway through, and it's a close one, 18-16. Both teams putting a lot of points on the board to start this game. So we'll see what happens after we return.
You think. And by Toyota. Get your MPG at your Southern California Toyota dealer today. Welcome back once again to a revitalized downtown Houston as we look ahead to the Lakers schedule, and things really have turned around in this city, and a lot of buildings coming up in time for the Super Bowl a couple of years ago here, and it just continued. It was busy downtown this afternoon. Spurs tomorrow night right here on KCAL 9, and then back home, fortunately for the Lakers. They'll be back home for 3 straight. It'll be the Mavericks and the Sixers on Sunday and Tuesday before they play again at home on Thursday and then head out of town on that killer. It'll be 7 games over 13 days, a road trip that starts in Chicago. As we look at the Western Conference standings, the Lakers still tied for the best record in the NBA with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And, of course, they hold the tiebreaker. But when you look at Houston, they're facing a team that has really held home court like the Lakers this year. It was Portland 27-5 now on their home floor. Houston 27-6. So It's a tough road trip, and we talked about it at the outset. And then you've got San Antonio tomorrow night. San Antonio 23-8 after a slow start on their home floor. It's out of 5 to play in the first one. Lakers down by 2.
Well, down by 2, shooting 73%. When you're shooting 73%, but this late in the quarter, you would think you'd be up at least. Lakers see themselves on the downside of the scoreboard.
Trevor Ariza just picked up the foul. Brooks tried to set a pick. Now at the double. Scola wanted to go to Yao. They converge. Shot clock issues for Aaron Brooks, and it's going to be a 3-second violation. Yao never left the paint. That was held.
And he can't hide in there either.
He looked at Kobe like, I was held.
He's too big to hide in there.
It's the first turnover of the game for the Rockets. The Lakers look to tie it up, take the lead. Kobe yet to take a shot in this contest, as the Lakers are 8 for 11 from the field. And take it away. Artest read the pass perfectly. So he's got a couple of early steals, and the Lakers already with 5 turnovers.
That's one of the reasons, despite shooting 73%, that they're down. They're turning the ball over way too much.
Scola, 3 in the paint. Little curl. Nobody accounted for Luis Scola. So that is the biggest lead so far for the Houston Rockets. Up to 4 after the Lakers led early by 5. Kobe coming off the pick. Man, lost the handle. Yeah, just lost the handle. Josh Powell finds it. He won't have a better look, will he? Uncontested 8-footer in the middle of the paint. Brooks had Battier wide open. Taken away. Kobe in a reach by Artest from behind. So Ron Artest has the foul. And Kobe and the Lakers get the ball back. Houston Rockets, everybody saying, as we get ready, and the Lakers face San Antonio tomorrow night, wishing the Lakers the best of luck because they start the night only 2 behind San Antonio for the Southwest Division lead. So it's still a pretty good battle for that race. Pacific Division's already open. Now the Lakers hold on to the top spot overall. The last 19. Kobe, his first shot of the game. He likes coming to Houston. Lakers down by 2, 20-18.
Just enough of a brush screen to keep Shane Battier from being able to really contest.
It's given away. Yao hit the deck, so did Powell, trying to come up with the interception. And Kobe wanted Josh Powell. Instead, it's Trevor Ariza. Challenge, and it stays away. Yao poked away after it. Josh Powell, alert play, and then it goes out to Yao Ming, but what an effort. Josh Powell still behind the play, and hopefully he's all right. Brooks. Fish will clear it out. He's got Josh Powell, who just gets back, and Josh Powell will make sure nobody's getting this one in the cylinder.
Well, that was just a heads-up play by Derek Fisher. Recognized that Josh was still down the floor.
Powell looked like he was out of control, but he found Scola for the layup. So a lot of points early between these two teams. Lakers highest scoring team in the NBA. The Rockets 17th though. They average 99 a contest. Little step back to Kobe. Man, Pau Gasol, boy, trying to secure it away from Artest, and wouldn't get it. It's taken away by Fish, and Yao is out of bounds. So the activity of Derek Fisher pays off.
Nice job by the Lakers that time. Again with the hustle. We go to the break, 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. And Derek with the heads-up play a minute ago, finding Josh, who finds the rim and throws it down. We're sitting with a 22-20 score.
All right, we're going to open up the Lakers locker for a chance to deliver the Lakers game ball. Tonight's winning combination, 21, 45, and 12. Enter right now at KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by Supercuts.
Real solid start for the Lakers at the offensive end, and now they need to cut down on the turnovers. They'll put it back into play, trailing by 2. And with an opportunity, let's pause now for an update.
I'm Mia Lee. It is a unique way to train the hot new workout where you race other people's heartbeats. Take a ride on the Red Line Cycle. That's tonight at 8.
Yeah, the Lakers trying to snap that dry spell we were talking about earlier on the road. The record at home, no problems there. And the record at home, for the Rockets. Well, 12 consecutive home victories. And I talked about the matchup against teams with a real good home record, like Portland, the Houston Rockets. Lakers, though, trying to sweep the two here in Houston.
You know, this game, both teams 10 out of 17 from the field. Neither team has shot a free throw.
Kobe trying to get it inside. Nobody came across, though.
Another turnover.
So that's 6. Kyle Lowry, the former Memphis Grizzly, has checked into the game.
The official scorers, I think, are giving Kobe a shot attempt on that one, and that was a pass.
Forcing Battier, who has doubted his shot. You can tell early. Kobe leaks out. Luke finds him. And now with the Rockets back, and they have balance defensively. Kobe will work against Battier on a clear out. And a little space. Kobe gets his second bucket of the game on his 4th try. 3rd leading scorer in the league, and it's all even at 22. Farmar is checked in out of the timeout, along with Luke Walton, and also Von Wafer for the Rockets, along with Kyle Lowry.
Von Wafer really hurt the Lakers the last time they were here, and he's been playing some real good basketball.
Well, the face-up game with Yao Ming, you talk about a stroke. So Yao Ming is yet to miss. He's got 8 points, a couple of boards, and one of the better rebounders and shot blockers in the league. Kobe occupies 2. Carl Landry also just came in. It'll be Josh Powell. Long one for Josh. Made it look easy. Just inside the arc. It's even at 24. So the Lakers still at 60% from the field.
Josh really is relaxed in his first start for the Lakers.
It's almost like he's relishing the opportunities, too.
That's what players do. You know, they don't like to see their teammates either hurt or not playing, but if they get an opportunity, they have to make the most of it.
Here comes the double. It's deflected to Lakers. There's Jordan Farmar coming away with it. So the double on Yao forces the turnover. On the trail, Luke Walton. Final minute, Lakers look to regain the lead after they were up by 5 early, and Luke on the run. Good luck. A little bit long. Kyle Lowry with Von Wafer. And on the reverse, it's going to be short. But it'll be Kyle Lowry, one of the smallest, helping his teammates out. And now they can play with the shot clock and game clock separated by 4. Play it down a little bit. No. Wafer gives it away. Now the Lakers can play for the final shot.
But will they?
Jordan Farmar. And he's in front of his own bench. See, he heard from the bench. Bottom line.
That's why you want it in front of your bench on that situation. Let him know about the clock.
Phil Jackson's got a really strong whistle. The whistle was out. It'll be a block on Battier. They had a foul to give. First on Shane Battier, former Duke Blue Devil. Yes, he is in his 8th season.
Kobe trying to go off the screen. Battier does a good job of stepping above the screen, but picks up the blocking foul and steal. With 4.1 to go in the quarter, neither team has attempted a free throw. Maybe I should have said that.
Why'd you bring that up?
That's the whammy. Just a fact. Okay. Just a fact.
Well, if it's a whammy, it's a good thing because the Lakers have it for the last 4 more. What if they get a whistle?
Yeah, if they don't turn it over.
Don't be that guy. Kobe, final shot. It'll be Luke Walton at the buzzer. Right there. A good look, and he knows it, and it was right on line. What a start.
12 minutes in the books, and we're right back where we were before they started. We're tied, so we'll head into the second quarter with the score 24-24. I like the energy that the Lakers brought out of the locker room.
At the outset, a very good one. And you talked about the energy and the Lakers offense. They only had 15, make it 16 in the first half. Trailed 25-16. They looked like a totally different team than the one we saw in Portland. Since the opening minute of the second 12. Kobe has Ron Artest out of control, charged his way in. He's got a second foul, and a turnover for the Rockets gives it right back to the Lakers.
I mean, he just ran over Pau Gasol that time, but you know, him on the box, and with him being defended by Kobe, I'm surprised he's dribbling around the perimeter as opposed to just sitting himself on the box.
Clear out, Yao. Matching up Sasha on the floor for the first time. And
beautiful move,
yeah, right on line as he got Wafer out of position. Got the good look, the high percentage look. Kyle Lowry's first shot of the game, and a long one. Good tap. Sasha couldn't control it, just tapped it over to Pau Gasol. Lakers outboarding him by 3. Kobe inside the arc, and Kobe gets the long 2. He's 3 of 5. Don't forget, though, at the outset of the game, he didn't look for his shot. He was setting up teammates, and Kobe's got now 6 points and 4 assists.
Yeah, he went 8 minutes before he took his first shot. But like I said about him, he can score at any time.
Ron Artest, and a good box out by Luke Walton, keeping it away from a real good natural rebounder in Carl Landry. So the Lakers taking care of it early. Luke stepping into it. Handling a long rebound. Chased down by Pau Gasol. Second chance opportunity for the Lakers. The Lakers by a couple. Fresh shot clock. Pau. Good idea. Put his body into him a little bit hard, a little bit strong.
Yeah, somebody's got to pick up Yao, though. Or Sasha does. So the
And
Lakers
takes it away. Fronted him. Came around, slipped around him, didn't he?
Bad pass.
Given away by Jordan Farmar. That's 8 turnovers now. Make it 7 for the Lakers. 8 actually for the Rockets.
You have to know your personnel. You have to know your teammates. Sasha isn't a guy that's going to go to the rim. He's going to spot up. And Jordan passed that like he expected Sasha to go to the basket.
What a beginning tonight, though, for Yao Ming. He has yet to miss from the field. He's got 10 points, 3 boards. He comes in 7th in the league on the glass, 6th in blocks. Luke, can he make a pay this time? Finally, it'll go down. Luke's got his first bucket. And the Lakers up again by a couple, 28-26. And the Lakers still at better than 50%, 52% from the field.
And this is where I felt Ron Artest would go.
Taken away, Farmar read it. Now Jordan Farmar has numbers. Gets it up finally to Kobe. Kobe may have gotten away with a walk there. Pau Gasol, little space. Pau again. Lakers by 430-26. And Pau Gasol into double figures.
What a good defensive play on the other end by Jordan Farmar. They kept his hands down. Then when he recognized the pass was going to go over the top, not only did he deflect it, he intercepted it.
Luke Walton beat him to the spot. Kyle Lowry's got the charge. Another turnover, and it's going the other way. Good move by Luke. He got there.
Yeah. You know, obviously the crowd doesn't like it, but that was a very good call. He hits Luke right in the numbers. That's an offensive foul all the way. Sure, as soon as they show it on the big screen, well, maybe the home fans will never agree with it. But that's a good call.
Earlier this season, Lowry had taken away the starter's job in Memphis from Mike Conley. Conley playing at a better level. There's Farmar. Luke finds him. Backdoor slam. Lakers by a half dozen, their biggest lead of the game.
And Jordan Farmar showing some of his hops. Boy, that was some bounce off the floor by Jordan.
Activity.
That was a nice pass by Luke Walton. And yeah, Jordan, give some high fives. Give some dap to everybody, because you guys have come out of the locker room playing pretty well. The pass and the finish by Jordan Farmar.
What do you say we open up the Lakers locker for a chance to deliver the Lakers game ball? Just don't try and play, right? Tonight's winning combination, 21, 45, and 12. Enter right now at kcal9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Flame Broiler.
Welcome back once again to the Toyota Center. Second unit picking up right where the first unit started, as the Lakers have their biggest lead of the game. The last 3 losses down overall offensively. And remember, recognize the team is down overall offensively.
Right.
In fact, the last 3 on the road, the Lakers have averaged just 95 points on 39% shooting on the year.
And put that all on the second unit.
Away from home, the Lakers have averaged 108 on the road. So it's good to see them moving it, sharing it. 10 assists already on 16 makes.
Let's see how this unit does now. Kobe gets his first rest of the evening.
Lowry got the foul. Leaping into Farmar, who clipped him, they say, on the elbow on the way by.
And we have free throws.
You're excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Let's head over to John Ireland. I know he is too. John.
Thank you, Joel. You know, Jordan Farmar, who was called for that last foul, was congratulated on the Laker bench during that last timeout, not so much for his alley-oop dunk, which was the spectacular play he made in the last sequence, but for the thing you noticed, Stu, his defensive stop on the other end. The Laker coaches are all about defense tonight. They feel like if they continue to get steals, they can control the game offensively. So although Farmar made that great play, they all patted him on the back for what he did on defense, Joel.
All right, and the Lakers still up by 5. Lowry splits a pair. Luke on the curl. Got to worry about Stoll. A little step back. That looks more like it from Luke Walton. His favorite shot.
But what a nice cut from weak to strong, and the pass was there, and Luke with the finish. Nice execution by the Lakers in this game so far.
It's a 7-point Laker lead. That is their biggest so far. Artest, don't forget, he's got 2 fouls. Now, can you get him into a third? He's out of control, but Sasha reached. He got him. Grabbed him on the arm.
And you definitely want Ron Artest pounding it a lot. You know, let him tit-tat the floor, ball on the floor. That takes them a little bit out of what they want to do. One of the things that they've picked it up, especially since the injured Tracy McGrady isn't here, good ball movement by this team.
Since McGrady went down, they are 11-2. Von Wafer real short, barely got to the rim, and Landry will clean it up. So Carl Landry with the putback, 34-29. That was one of your keys. Make sure they don't get second chances.
Now that was a hard one to rebound. It just came straight off the rim.
Mismatch by about 5 inches. Pau Gasol can't get that one, but Luke Walton gives him it with the effort. Picked up by Sasha. So a fresh shot clock, and it's given away. Bad pass, another turnover, and Wafer for distance. 3-point game. Way too many turnovers now.
Von Wafer did a good job of anticipating where that next pass was going to go. And he was on the move before Sasha actually released it. Made an easy steal, and Phil Jackson wants to take a timeout. 7:20 left to go in the half. And the turnover puts the Lakers lead down to only 3, 34-31. As cross-court passes, bad angled passes, long distance passes, they all spell disaster.
Nissan delivers. The Lakers tonight trying to claim the season series. They've already taken the first 2 from the Rockets. This is game number 3, April 3rd. Rockets back in LA at Staples Center. Well, our Carl's Jr. text question. Which rule would you like to see eliminated the most? Automatic suspension for leaving the bench, defensive 3, allowance of zone defenses. 86212 on your cell. 86212 on your cell. That is the number to text for your chance to win. Joel Myers, Stu Lentz, John Ireland back at the Toyota Center in Houston. So the Lakers come out of the timeout after the turnover. They're down a -4 in points off turnovers, even though the Rockets have had 2 more than the Lakers. 10-8. Backdoor out of the timeout. Farmar saves it. And is it a turnover? Last touch, they say, by Von Wafer.
That play there that they tried to run again, to me, that's a 1 shot a game or at least 1 shot a half type of a play. You can't run that too often because, you know, players aren't that dumb, I don't think.
You mean inside
they see it coming.
A 2-minute span? Pau Gasol has the height advantage. Now Sasha off the dribble. And the shot clock was all the way down. He had to go up. So the Lakers still at 53% after the miss. 54% for the Rockets, but the Lakers were up by 7. Now it's down to 3. The doubles.
Good rotation because they had a bad double initially.
Wafer couldn't get it, but Scola's there. So Scola and Landry. And it's down to 1 at 34-33.
That's where the Lakers have to run their offense. They have to run it through Pau Gasol with Yao Ming on the bench. Scola can't handle him on the box, not in my estimation.
Now the Lakers need to go there more often and capitalize with Yao over on the sideline. Scola gets the foul. That is the first team foul of the Rockets. Now the Lakers have a couple so far. We're almost halfway through the second quarter.
They're coming right back to it.
Sasha trying to manufacture something. He thought there was contact. Didn't get the whistle. And now an opportunity for the lead as Kobe's going to be checking back into the game on the next one. Wafer on the run out. And second chance points. It's now 8-0 in that department for Houston. Carl Landry, that's what he's in there for. Second year out of Purdue. Good look for Luke Walton. They set him up, and it spins away. Scola with the rebound. Now on the run, the Lakers need to get back in transition. Lowry, a layup. Nobody stopped the basketball, so a run now for the Rockets after they were down, and in fact a 10-0 run for Houston. Powell has to wait for the clear out. Scola hits the jack. And the blown opportunity for the Lakers. Farmer with the foul. That's the third team foul. Lowry down to the ground, and we go to a timeout.
Lakers need a timeout right now.
And will win.
A little bit of a dry spell at the 5:29 mark as they all of a sudden they're down by 3. Powell, they called the flop on Scola, so he's got an easy one, but doesn't convert it, and that leads the Rockets down the other direction. Josh Powell checks back in. Derek Fisher checks back in. Kobe checks back in, seeing if they can stop this 10-zip run.
It goes back to the Rockets after the Farmar foul. This is all with Yao Ming on the bench. Artest, they move it well. Easy one for Landry. So the Lakers that time burned. You talked about the earlier rotations. They couldn't get back in time after the double out high.
Because they tried to help on Ron, I thought too far away from the basket.
It's a 12-0 spurt for the Rockets. Kobe. 10 on the shot clock. Inside of 5.5. And Artest, he got it. Created the turnover. They double Josh Powell, didn't respond and get it back out.
I didn't know how to stretch the defense. When they double you on the post like that, you have to learn how to stretch the defense. That means you get the ball, you don't commit your dribble, wait for them, and then dribble away from it, and then find the open man. That'll stretch your defense.
Yeah, the last time the Lakers were here, similar situation. They fell down big in the second quarter. It was a second 12 that was occupied by the Rockets. That time, Wafer gives it away, but gets it right back with Artest. It'll be Wafer. That's his game on the arc, as we all know. And on the long rebound, Ariza kept it away from Scola. The Lakers have to clean it up, though. Too many turnovers. Kobe, the three. Just short, right in front of us online. And now a man advantage. Scola, Lakers didn't get back in transition at all. 41-34. So it's a 14-0 run, and you talk about a timeout, they need one.
The field's taking a 22nd timeout, I believe, here. They definitely need one because they have completely gone awry here offensively, not capitalizing on certain mismatches, turning the ball over and allowing the Rockets to get into transition and not stopping the basketball. Lakers in a real dry spell here, falling behind by 7, 41-34. That timeout hopefully will stop a little bit of the bleeding in Scola. Picked it up here. He's 5 out of 5 along with his teammate Yao Ming, so the two front quarters are a perfect 10 for 10.
The Lakers have gone 4 minutes without a score in Artest. Close to another takeaway. And that's out of a timeout. The Lakers have to protect it, take care of it at this end of the floor. And they've already got 10 turnovers. Benga has just come in for the first time. DJ Benga. And Ariza off the bench. Trevor Ariza ends that long run by the Rockets. And it's back to 5, 41-36. So he stops it at 14 unanswered for Houston.
Now they've got to clean up their defensive rotations again.
Gonna be Artest free for 3. And on a long rebound, Kobe has it.
Nice box out by Fish on Scola.
Kobe blowing by Wafer all the way to the cup. And a block underneath. So Kobe shoots 2. Carl Landry upset. A couple of free throws, he's got the foul.
I think more than anything, they're upset about maybe the whistle sounded a little late as Kobe goes up, misses the dunk, and then the whistle sounds on the contact in the restricted area by Landry. So Kobe will go to the line and shoot the Lakers' first free throws of the game.
Yes, only 2 so far in the contest. They belong to Kyle Lowry as he had 1 of 2. Kobe short again. So it stays a 5-point lead for the Rockets as we pause for an update.
I'm Mia Lee. Is it in the genes? Can DNA predict if your child will be a top athlete? I'll show you a controversial genetic test. That's tonight at 10.
That's a rarity. 2 straight misses for Kobe at the strike. That's how bad it's been.
Both of them short. Didn't have a chance.
Yao Ming next whistle is going to be coming back into the game. So Artest has played most of the second, and he's been out there with 2 fouls. This time, at that end of the floor. He's been a catalyst to the opposite end defensively.
And Ron is one of those guys you have to force him to his right hand.
Josh Powell early seal, left hand, protected it well. Josh Powell makes it a 5-point deficit for the Lakers.
He doesn't pull up quite as effectively going to his right. He goes to his left primarily to shoot jumpers and to take it all the way.
Now do the Lakers close the first half. Von Wafer, and he's blocked by Benga. DJ didn't quit on it. It got the rim. Fresh shot clock, this time outside Wafer. Nobody accounted for him. Once he got into the corner, he got lost. So the Lakers' deepest deficit is at 8. 46-38. Kobe leaves it for Josh Powell. And Ariza took it away, but he can't hang on.
Timeout on the floor again here. It's 2:12 to go in the half. And the Lakers just hope that they can survive this 2 minutes and 12-second stretch because their play has been very erratic. And as a result, they're down by their largest margin, 8.
It's been a 19-4 run for the Houston Rockets. They have elevated themselves now to an 8-point lead over the Lakers, 46-38. With Kumho Tire and Discount Tire Centers have teamed up for a slam dunk deal. Score a free Lakers jersey when you purchase 2 or more Kumho tires. You can style with Kumho Tire at Discount Tire Centers while the supplies last. Points in the paint, too easy lately, at least for the Rockets.
Well, the Rockets have really gotten some easy opportunities in the paint as well. I mean, it's one thing to have Yao dominating with jump hooks and things like that, but turnovers which lead to baskets, second chance opportunities, and just defensive breakdowns, that'll get you in bad trouble every time. And right now, the Lakers are in a bad way. Only 38 points on the board with 2:12 to play, down by 8.
And remember, this is a 19-4 run with Yao on the bench as he checks back into the game. He's got team honors along with Louis Scola. Pau Gasol's got 10 for the Lakers. Kobe was 6 and 5 assists. So the Lakers started red hot. They're down to 49%. Rockets still at 57%. And they've got the basketball. So Lowry will work out of the backcourt. He's done a good job since taking over for Aaron Brooks. With his college ball at Villanova, first round pick of the Memphis Grizzlies. Came over right before trading deadline and that Rafer Alston deal. Artest with the shot clock coming down. He's going up.
He's coming back to his left, though.
The follow-up. Having a long rebound, Banga, but it's poked away by Lowry. Got to protect it. Minute 45 to play in the half. So the Lakers the first to 50. And the goal for Phil Jackson with the guys, as he said, first to 60. But they've got to start winning consistently on the road once again.
Their ultimate, the goal for regular season is best record. Whether it's 50, 60, whatever the case may be. Sure, they would love to be first to 60, but they're going to have to pick up their play in order to do that.
Kobe leaves it, but Powell wasn't ready for it. Now, shot clock considerations. Ariza leans into it, follows his own. What an athlete. Trevor Ariza glides to that one, and the Lakers are back within 6.
Nobody knows where the ball is or shot's going to be off better than the shooter. And Trevor followed his own and got an easy one.
Second start of the season for Ariza. He's got 6 points and 5 boards with a couple of assists. And Fish deflects it away. It'll be picked up by Lowry with shot clock considerations now for the Rockets.
You know the shot's going up. They don't have time to pass, or do they?
Yeah, easy one. Nobody rotated over. All you had to do was get in front of Yao. A dunk with a second left in the shot clock.
That's a total breakdown. Total.
Yao is yet to miss. Scola the same. Yao is 6 and 6. Scola 5 and 5. Lakers have to do a better job defensively. He can slow down offensively. Derek Fisher going after it and knocks it away from Landry, but out of bounds. Last touch by Fish. So the Lakers, great start tonight. 24 points in the first 12. And at a high percentage. But so far only 16 in the second 12. Artest protects it and gets the foul.
That more than anything was a no call. Good move by Ron Artest. Benga just tries to get out of the way almost and just gets run into, and they called the foul for a 3-point opportunity. So Ron Artest will be going to the charity stripe to see if he can make it an 11-point lead.
Jim Hill, James Worthy coming up with the Jack in the Box halftime report. 27.3 seconds. It is disintegrated here in the second 12, but we remind you when the Lakers were here in the second week of January. They trailed by 16 in the second quarter and won the game. 105-100. 3-point play for Artest. He's been quiet offensively, but now he's got 7. He still doesn't have a rebound in this game. That's one of the things he brings. He's a big guard. So the biggest lead is at 11 now for the Rockets.
What if it's a triple team on Kobe?
You don't want to go early, though, and give him another opportunity at the offensive end. Here comes Kobe on the reverse, stripped away, loose ball. Powell can't grab it, and a shot clock violation kind of summarizes what it's been for the Lakers here in the second quarter. So another turnover.
Kobe is drawing a massive party crowd as when he has it in his hands, they're tripling as the Rockets want to use their 20-second timeout with 2.5 seconds to play in the half, already up by 11. They're getting greedy. That's the way you have to be.
Offense sputtered in Portland, only 38 in the first half. A season low for the Lakers in the first half up in Portland. And it has slowed down significantly here in the second 12-minute session with Kobe and the Lakers. They've turned it over 11 times.
Well, a lot of the reason, when you look at where the output came in that first 12-minute session, Derek Fisher made his first 3 shots. Powell was very effective. Since that time, I don't know if either one of those players has scored.
Von Wafer jumps into Kobe. Kobe blocks it away as he thought he was going to get a whistle. Not exactly, but the frustration on the face of the Lakers just the same as they head over to the locker room, trailing by 11.
Well, they need to pick their heads up, go into the locker room knowing that there's 24 minutes and they've got time to turn it around.
It's a 51-40 lead at the half. Houston on.
We're not taking care of the ball. What we need to do more than anything else is stop the turnovers, and when we get the ball, take care of it. That way we can get back on defense and maybe force them to take some harder shots.
Thank you, John. Aaron Brooks trying to get in the paint, sets up Scola, who walked into position, and will get the layup and the foul.
Yeah, that's what you call moving your feet to get a better position on the rim without putting the ball
Watch the
on
slide.
the floor. As Aaron Brooks with the nice pass, and Scola gets fouled from behind. 3-point opportunity, not away. You want to start the third if you're the Lakers, giving up a 3-point play.
We talked about Yao and Scola. They're both now 6 of 6, and Scola converts on the 3-point play, so up to 13 points on his first trip to the free throw line.
And all of Scola's have definitely been in the paint. I mean, he's been like a garbage man, just picking up the loose trash and putting it back.
The Lakers lost by 17 up in Portland. Their worst loss of the season is Kobe. He'll pick it up. We know that offensively. Whatever is required, whatever is needed, he recognizes it. He's got 8 points, 4 of 7 from the field.
I look for him to be very aggressive here in the second half.
On the pick and roll, played well, and good rotation by the Lakers. Artest on the run out. And the long rebound right to Scola. Yao going to the line. Held up by Josh Powell. And will they bring it in with a side or give him 2 free throws?
They didn't give him a chance to get
Go
into
up.
the act.
Yes.
They wrapped him up immediately. As soon as he got it, Josh Powell's there. And you would think that Yao would be able to power that one up a little bit more and fake like he was in the act. The officials say, no, you weren't, so take it out on the side.
Fresh shot clock from the Rockets after the miss. Scola. Good job by Josh Powell. Kobe.
Where he's been contested.
Good skip. Now the Lakers will go into their half-court set. Off the Powell rub. Powell will get it right back and throw it down over Yao. Josh Powell with a pick-me-up for the Lakers, and it's back to within 10.
Glad he turned his head when he did his screen, because that's usually a taunting foul, technical. Nice finish by Josh.
Pretty assertive with that one, wasn't he?
That's the way you have to be if you're going to go to the rack. Otherwise, you end up eating it.
Good takeaway. Good read, Trevor Ariza. So the Lakers back-to-back stops. Battier was trying to funnel Kobe one way. At the top of the shot clock, Kobe, is he going to just elevate? Yes. Over Battier, the best in the game. And the Lakers are back within 8. He's up to double figures. Kobe's got 10.
Well, he just doesn't give you a chance to defend when he faces you without committing his dribble. You have to give him a little space, otherwise he's just going to blow by you.
It's a 6-0 run for the Lakers. Aaron Brooks. And second chance opportunity going the other way because of the loose ball foul. They'll call it on Louis Scola.
I thought it was Scola pushing.
No, they give it to Yao, actually.
Yao?
Gave it to Yao.
Maybe that's better.
Well, for Yao, it's his first. It would have been the third on Scola. The Lakers right now in a 6-0 burst. Kobe thought about the quick break early in the shot clock. on a follow-away. Knocked away. Last touch by Scola, but they don't call a loose ball foul on Josh Powell, so they'll give it to the Rockets.
Yeah, that very close to it. Very easily could have been an over-the-back foul on Josh Powell. But I guess they rule no harm, no foul. It's going to be the Rocket ball.
Hard to see them from the outside. Inside, they can do their damage. Outside, they were missing it early and take it away. Lakers get another stop.
Nice job by Pau Gasol moving his feet.
Kobe again. Good look. Quickly, it is down to 6 on an 8-0 run by the Lakers. Timeout, Rockets.
You know, and the Lakers feeling really good about the way they come out of the locker room. 9-11 left to go here in the third quarter. What was an 11-point deficit, which reached 14, is now only 6.
Around the baseline by Josh Powell. Our CarMax text question: which rule would you most like to see eliminated? Your opportunity to win when you text at 86212 on your cell. See the choices. 86212 on your cell phone. Your opportunity to win.
Well, you mentioned Josh Powell. He's had a solid game, you know, and that's the thing about Josh. Not a lot of flash in his game, just a lot of good play. Jump shot from 15 feet, attacking the rim with aggression, 4 rebounds, getting it done, and he has to continue to play at that level.
Now the Lakers have been able to get the stops now. Only 3 points so far in the second half for the Rockets after they got that early 3-point play. Artest creating space, trying to at least. 8 on the shot clock for Aaron Brooks. Yao, he knows it. That's the position the Lakers want them in. A good sequence defensively again.
They've definitely tightened their defense up in the half court, and that's one of the things Phil Jackson was emphasizing. Stop turning it over, make them play in the half court where our defense can be better overall.
Kobe with the pull-up game, and put back by Pau Gasol. Boy, his length as Yao tried to bump him and run him under the rim a little bit.
Just like that, it's down to 4. 10-0 run by the Lakers.
54-50 Rockets. Well, the Lakers started the game like this and looked efficient offensively. Yao gets free.
You see, you cannot let him step through like Pau Gasol just let him do. You got to stand up a little stronger because he got a little contact. Pau went to the floor, and Yao has an easy lay.
It's 14 points for Yao Ming. Kobe. And they talked about it this morning. And there was the newspapers, the talk shows, the combination of Artest and Battier trying to slow down Kobe at least.
Every team talks about it. It's another thing to get it done.
Second foul on Battier. Finch coming off a rub. Quick release. And a long rebound. Scola keeping it away. And out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers.
Yeah, he tipped it out of the hands of Josh Powell, but couldn't retrieve it. Ball hit the out of bounds baseline. Lakers get another opportunity. Fresh 24.
An area they need to improve on. 9-2 Rockets, second chance points. 6-point Houston lead. You step back down for the second half. Houston was up by 14. Clear out for Kobe up against Battier. Kobe creating the space. A little bit short, wrecked up. Josh Powell way above the rim that time, and the Lakers are back within 4.
But Josh Powell just owning the situation right now on the backboard. Nice job.
I just talked about second chances. The Lakers made the most of that one thanks to Josh Powell. Doing a better job at this end of the floor to start the second half. Let's see if it continues. Artest wanting to skip it across. Out of control, walk with the basketball. Another stop for the Lakers.
But again, which way is he going? He had a baseline drive that he could have taken, but that would have sent him right. He comes back to his dominant hand, which is his left. Because when you get a second look at Josh Powell on the offensive rebound and the putback, letting the crowd know all about it.
He's into double figures, third Laker. Starter in double figures with 10 on 5 of 7. 6 big boards for Josh Powell. The Lakers an opportunity to trim it down even further. 5 minutes gone by in the third. Kobe isolation over Battier. Stays out.
Well, his last 2 have been right on the money, just not dropping for him.
He's now 6 of 13 after the miss. The good Artest, the ball stopped. Scola, though, too easy. That was almost like just a little sack job. It was so wide open on the baseline bank. Scola 7 of 8 like Yao Ming. And they are the only two Rockets in double figures. But enough to keep the Rockets up by half dozen. Pau Gasol, long range. And kept alive by Ariza. Going the other way on a loose ball foul. They call it on Josh Powell.
You don't get a lot of offensive rebounds by not moving and pushing a little bit. And that time, Josh Powell got caught. You have to just pick and choose when you do that. That's what good rebounders do.
Gambling, Pau Gasol with the foul. So now the Lakers are out of fouls. That's their 14th foul.
And you got to be glad they called the foul on that one because he came up dry on his attempt to steal it. And that left the lane open for Yao for the possible dunk.
So the Rockets shoot the final 6+ of the third. They want to get it to Yao. He wasn't ready. He was kind of established position when the ball came in.
Got to score off the turnovers here.
Josh Powell's face-up game. Off the front of the rim. Trevor Ariza times it. Just tipped it away. Not a bad little kiss off the window. Lakers back within 4.
Ron Artest didn't have an idea where Trevor was. Didn't put a body on it.
And Ariza, a late addition to the starting lineup. Artest on the step back. And the Lakers only down by 4. Artest playing a long time with 2 fouls. Finch thought he'd go the mid-range pull-up game. He's got space on Scola. Can't burn him long range. Ariza inside, tapped away by Powell. Over to Josh Powell. That's a collaboration. Moving the ball around. And I'm talking about just tapping it around to the offensive glass.
Sometimes when you can't retrieve it and secure it, tapping it is the next best thing.
58-56, so 14. And a dismal beginning to the second half. Well, the resurgence now of the Lakers here in the third. Very similar to the last game here at the Toyota Center for the Lakers. Aaron Brooks, a lot of dribbling. What's the result? Out of control. And he still blasted home. What a play athletically.
What a shot.
Man.
I mean, that was sensational.
Battier going down, trying to create contact and a whistle. Now Kobe's got the mismatch up against a much smaller Aaron Brooks. And Kobe right over Brooks. You think he recognized that? Maybe. 60-58.
I'm still marveling over that shot that Aaron Brooks just made.
Aaron Brooks now 3 of 6 with the make. Early entry. And Brooks real strong. So what John Ireland was talking about and the staff mentioned, let them have the 3. They're not making it from the outside.
Just be close enough to contest it a little bit.
Kobe up against Battier. Trying to tie it or take the lead. Jumping it into Josh Powell, but a bad pass. Artest had the angle. Aaron Brooks. So the kid stopping a dime. Artest beyond the arc. And Kobe's got the rebound. Reach and a foul. It'll be on Scola, I believe. Oh, it should be. Yes, it'll be his third.
Lakers want to take a timeout. 3:52 to play. They've got a chance to tie this ball up. 3:52 in the third quarter, let me emphasize that. Got a chance to pull even after trailing by 14 here in the third.
Game ball. Tonight's winning combination, 21, 45, and 12. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Discount Tire Centers.
Welcome back to Houston. I'm John Ireland. 2-point game between the Lakers and the Rockets. Stu was talking about that incredible shot that Aaron Brooks made a few moments ago. This will surprise nobody who was at the Pac-10 tournament a couple of years ago. Brooks, playing for the University of Oregon, led his team to the title. Guys, the Pac-10 tournament is this weekend at Staples Center, and Brooks used to do this at Oregon all the time. Joel, you made reference to it earlier in the show. They have so much confidence in Brooks that they traded Rafer Alston, even though they knew Tracy McGrady was done for the year. Part of that move was financial. Part of it was because they knew what they had in this guy, and that will not be the first time this year, Stu, that somebody like you says, I can't believe he just put that in. He's been doing that since he was in college, guys.
He's taken 26th overall, John, in the first round of last year's draft, and that's a steal. He's a quality lead guard. He can get there, create his own. Now Kobe and the Lakers down by 2.
Well, they switched again.
He's got about 7 on the shot clock to work against the smaller Aaron Brooks, and just right over him, ties it up at 60.
Why would they switch that? I mean, I'm a big believer in switching when you're size to size, when you're same size, but not when you've given up that kind of advantage.
Kobe fouling Battier a couple of times, in fact. They called the second. And the Lakers out of foul, so Battier going to the free throw line. It'll be 2 for Shane Battier. They don't know it yet. That is the second foul on Kobe. Still a foul to give. Battier and the Rockets. And right now, this is going to be the 5th and 6th free throw attempts for the Rockets. One of the things we really like about tonight's game, Lakers have yet to hit from the line. Kobe was the only one to go there, and he's 0 for 2.
When you consider we're 3 minutes and change in the third, and they've only attempted 2 free throws, they being the Lakers, that's remarkable.
Both teams shooting at a high percentage, better than 50%. As Battier breaks the deadlock. 61-60 Rockets, and let's pause for an update.
I'm Jackie Johnson. A big change in the weather. Warmer temperatures headed our way. I'll tell you how warm it's going to get. Your forecast after the game on KCAL 9.
Checking in Kyle Lowry, who was part of the 19-4 run and a former teammate of Pau Gasol's with the Memphis Grizzlies. As he comes back onto the floor, he checks in. And also back into the game, Carl Landry, real good rebounder. So it's a 2-point lead off the free throws by Shane Battier. Lakers had a phenomenal second half here. Quick move by Pau Gasol with the left hand. Not bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad at all.
First of all, he's a finesse player from the word go. So when he attacks with that kind of speed, it serves him much better.
Battier trying to find space away from the ball. Yao likes to fall away and drop down. They took away the pass to Landry. Lowry creating on the teardrop. And it stays out over to Derek Fisher. Lakers look for the first lead of the second half. Unfortunately, Josh Powell behind the play. Miss off the lip of the rim and picked up by Artest.
If you're not going to go down the floor on a trip, you always stay down on the defensive end. Don't what they do cherry pick and stay on the offensive end and put your team at a defensive disadvantage.
It'll be Landry. And Carl Landry, he's improved in that area in a short period of time. 6'9", 250-pounder puts them up by 2, 64-62 Houston.
Von Wafer on the sideline getting ready to check in, probably coming in for Battier, but we put Artest on Kobe.
It'll be Kobe, deep three. Got it! Kobe puts the Lakers up by 1, 65-64, as he surprises everybody, including myself in this building.
Well, that one was from Texarkana.
That was way out. Now, the double comes. Is it too late? No. Kobe slaps it right away from Yao. Took a half hour, didn't it? And still, Yao didn't know it was coming. Inside it goes. Extra pass. Ariza, the triple. No, a good box out as they had it surrounded, and Yao picks it up.
That one would have been one that Rick Adams might have thought about, a 20.
Lowry denied the baseline. Good double team by Josh Powell, and a timeout is called.
Well, the one thing you don't do, dribble to the baseline and pick up your dribble, because you are definitely trapped. You got a double team on you with players, you got a triple team on you with the baseline, nowhere to go, and he had to call the timeout. That basket you were talking about, Kobe, up, and away.
Win great Laker prizes, a chance to win. Well, you could have a chance to meet the Lakers team captains right before the opening tip on center court. It's all brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun, but head over to the Lakers website.
Well, Von Wafer checks in, but it was just the reverse. He comes in for Ron Artest, so that keeps Shane Battier on Kobe, and Kobe with 19 points, 13 of those coming here in the third.
Well, he exploded in the fourth. The last trip in here, January 13th, when the Lakers outscored him in the second half, 61-34. Doing a much better job so far in the third. Still have a minute 12 to play. It's Kyle Lowry out of the timeout, sets the play. They do a good job of the pick and roll. It forces Lowry into the jumper, and he gets it. The long two. Regains the advantage. 66-65 Rockets. So they took away Yao out of the play. Lowry made the most of it, though. Final minute of a very good third for the Lakers. Farmar left Lowry. Sets up Pau Gasol, and the Lakers get it right back. Nice two-man game on that side of the floor.
I just like that bounce pass when they come off the screen and then Pau sets it. He's got that little baby jumper that he knocks down.
2-for-1 opportunity. Wafer, the three. And the long rebound, Carl Landry right back at it, shoots two. One of the few times where the ball got away from Josh Paul.
Well, he got himself walked too far under the basket. That's what happened, and then the rebound was there for Landry to secure. You can't be too far under the rim and expect to get rebounds. So Landry will go to the line and shoot a pair.
That's the third on Josh Powell. So the Lakers, it looked like they're going to play the third without a free throw. They only had 2 free throw attempts in the first half. This will be 7 and 8 coming up for Landry and the Rockets. As it's all even now at 67, and Sasha Milicic will take over for Josh Powell. But it turned out to be a 2-for-1 with the foul off the miss, with almost 32 seconds left in the third for the Rockets. Luke Walton out there with Farmer, Sasha Kobe, and Pau Gasol. And Carl Landry, like he always does. A serious job for them off the bench, close to a double-double. He's got 10 and 7, and he's 4 of 4 from the outside.
And I think he's more effective when Ron Artest is not on the floor.
Luke on the dive, sends a little pick. Pau Gasol denied as it's tapped out of bounds by Yao. 8 left on the shot clock. So it turned out to be a good look for Gasol.
Not good enough. He shot an air ball.
Yao's going to have to go, or make a foul rather, against Yao, and locked away. It'll come up from Battier. Lakers do not have a foul to give, we remind you. On the double, it'll be Lowry. And Yao inside, a foul. 1.4 to play. Couple of free throws coming up for a guy at a very high percentage from the stripe. In fact, 87% for Yao Ming.
I mentioned that he's the guy that shoots their technicals, and 87%. I can understand why. If they get the ball on the inside to the big fella, and he gets fouled, but as you mentioned, Lakers out of foul, so he wasn't in the act. 2 free throws. Might as well just put these in the books. Why waste our time shooting?
As you mentioned, guy that's been able to stay healthy this year gets the first of 2. Last year played only 48 games. In 2007 it was 57 3 years ago, but up to 62, which is good for everybody because you want to see a guy that is good as he is stay on the floor. T-Mac, of course, gone for the year, but they have done a very good job without him. In fact, they've won 11 of their last 13 without McGrady.
They're double teaming Kobe on this play, so if Jordan could get it, they're not going to even get it to him. They get it to Kobe anyhow.
Kobe at the buzzer, and they say it wasn't off in time. Pretty close to going, but it wasn't off in time. So a little spurt of 4 for the Rockets at the end of the third.
Did a good job there in the third, outscoring the Rockets by 8. So they go to the fourth, trailing by 3, in a good position to secure the win. Not single-handedly, but did a great job of getting the Lakers into the lead at one point. Now they trail by 3.
Face-up game, Josh Powell, just like that on a quick catch and shoot. And what a night it has been for Josh. 7 of 10 from the field with 14 points and 8 boards.
Nice setup coming out of the timeout.
Now Carl Landry shows it at the other end, and he's been efficient. He has not missed much. In fact, that's his first miss from the outside. Lakers look to regain the advantage. So Kobe on the bench to start the fourth.
Only one starter out there for the Lakers.
Jordan Farmar, a little bit too strong. Powell kept it alive. Josh Powell again, his activity underneath.
Both he and Luke were active on that play. So I said it from the beginning, the activity level for the Lakers has been good.
Opening minute of the fourth. Farmar for the lead. And Yao will clear it out. We'll like to see some of the Laker guards like that get to the rim. Maybe get to the free throw line at the same time. It's a fresh shot clock. Von Wafer coming off the deck. Charges right into Powell. And Powell got to stay in the space.
Got to not only stay, but then you have to challenge the shot. Backed up a couple of steps and then both hands down around the waist. No challenge on the shot.
Back to a 3-point lead. Powell answers at the opposite end for the Lakers.
Did you see where Yao Ming's hands were? Down near his knees. You cannot play defense with your hands down near your knees when a player's in the act of shooting.
18 points for Pau Gasol. So it's only a 1-point lead for the Rockets. After they were up by 11 at the break. Here comes the double. And can they get it away? Almost thrown away. Shot clock down on Von Wafer. Going away from the pick. Out of control. Out of bounds. Off his head. Laker basketball.
That's called putting your head down, closing your eyes, out of control. He had his mind made up. He was going. There were 3 Lakers there defensively that he ran into.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's Aaron Brooks or Lowry, guys that handle the ball, but that's a shooting guard. Now for the Lakers to make them pay. Inside of 10 of the shot clock.
Going to go back to Pau Gasol's side.
Going to be Josh Powell.
Better hurry.
Got to go up, he will, over Landry. Real short. Man, a foul, the fourth on Josh Powell out of frustration.
How often do you see that particular play? A player misses a shot that he feels that he should have made, and in his haste to get it back, commits the foul.
And on the road, you need as much help as possible. You got to get to the free throw line, and the Lakers have not been able to get there. They've only got 2 free throw attempts for the entire game. It's 9 of 10 for the Houston Rockets at the strike. Good D by Luke Walton.
Can't pick it up.
Nope. And did he pass it to himself?
He's going to fumble then.
Okay.
But if he left his feet, he should have been unable to pick that ball up.
Thrown away. Talked about Wafer. Out of control. Not a lead guard. The turnover is the 18th on the Rockets, but the Lakers only have 12 off the first 17. They've cleaned up their act. They had 11 at the half, only 12 for the game.
Well, this unit has to run their offense through Pau Gasol. He's the one that's setting it up for everybody else, especially since they're not attacking the rim off the dribble.
Shot clock coming down on the Lakers. Sasha for the lead. Got it. Lakers back on top, 73-72. So if you can hold your own or even squeak out a few-point lead before Kobe comes back on the floor. And it's thrown away. Saved by Sasha. On the break, cover the Lakers. Josh Powell. And smacked away out of bounds. No whistle. Laker ball with 21 on the shot clock.
Wait a minute, I thought I heard the slap of the arm from here. Wow. Good hustle, though, by the Lakers. They pick up the turnover and throw it down the floor. Aaron pass, and then Josh Powell says, I should be going to the free throw line. He says, well, not today.
The Lakers with the lead and the basketball with 8:44 left in regulation. We're back in Houston. A rule that you'd like to see eliminated the most. And you see your choices. 86212 on your cell. That is the number to text and your chance to win. Our CarMax text question, 86212 on your cell phone. Have you wondered about a foul potentially on Josh Powell right before we broke away?
I heard the slap from over here.
Whoa.
As he was going up, and they said he got all ball. Well, he got some of the ball, but he got a lot more of the skin than he did the ball.
Yeah, that really shows you. It's in the middle of the arm.
Well, you get away with some, and you miss some. So just take the ball out of bounds, let that go. Don't worry about the non-call there, and look to score on their turnover.
So the Rockets without a team foul so far in the fourth. Lakers with only 1. Lakers with just about a full shot clock to bring it in. Sasha up against Von Wafer. Now they've got the mismatch inside. Powell's got the leg. Farmar's got the ball. And he finds Josh Powell. Blocked away from behind. 10 on the shot clock. It'll be Von Wafer on the recovery play. Good extra pass.
It was, and that time I thought Josh was a little long in gathering himself to take it up. And from behind, the play was made.
Powell's got to go up against the smaller Scola. Backing his way into position. And a little bit short.
Boy, that's his shot, too, with the left hand. He knows he came up just a little short with that one.
Still Kobe on the bench. Lowry setting up Scola. Good challenge. And across it goes. Kept away by Sasha. Keeping it away from Carl Landry.
It's the second time Sasha made that particular play.
Inside of 8 left. Lakers by a point. Scola now. And that frees up Pau Gasol. Extra pass. Popped away from Luke Walton. The Lakers turn it over.
Von Wafer from the backside.
2 chances for the Lakers to extend the advantage.
Rick Adelman is saying there's 2 chances for us to take the lead.
And Landry with too good a look at the high post. So both teams slowing down offensively. Good pass. It'll be Josh Powell putting the Lakers up by 3. They were up by 5 in the first 12 minutes of play. That was their biggest lead of the game. This is the largest so far in the second half, 75-72.
The Lakers have made them play in the half court. Obviously, they've struggled a little bit.
Wafer caught up in the air. 3-second call on Luis Scola. It'll go the other way. Phil Jackson made the call.
Yeah, and the official looked at him as if to say, look,
I got
you
it.
coach, I'll officiate. Phil said, okay, as long as you do it right.
Well, if you're not going to put me at the line when I deserve to be at the line, can I call a 3-second? So it's a 3-point lead. Lakers get it back. Turnover number 20 on the Rockets compared to 13 for the Lakers. Farmer on the handoff, all the way to the cup and blows the layup. Boy, that's tough. You're on the road. Lowry held up, and they call the trip on Sasha. More free throws coming up for the Rockets.
Lowry was just a little bit too fast for himself and may have tweaked something as he's a little slow coming back onto the floor.
To land on the knee.
Jordan, though, just didn't get the ball high enough on the glass. Very nice looking play. But you got to get it a little higher on the glass. And then going the other way, Sasha got nothing but ball there. And all of a sudden, he gets called for the trip. Sends Lowry to the line to shoot 2.
It'll be free throws 11 and 12 for the Rockets. And long right out of his hand, you can tell as Kyle Lowry misses the first. He's now 1 of 3 at the stripe with 5 points and 3 assists off the bench. Kobe checking back into the lineup for the Lakers. Sasha will sit down. You can understand after seeing the Reese play his frustration as he says something on his way by the official.
Well, you know, a lot of times when they ruled that, like that ruling there was he tripped him. Well, Sasha didn't trip him. If he thought he wasn't with the trip, and that sometimes is what a player will complain about. He said, I tripped him. I never did touch his feet.
75-73, and Kobe and Artest put his elbow in a forearm in front of Kobe. And now they get between them real quickly. Let's see what they come up with here.
It's going to be a technical, you know that.
Well, that's a given. There's going to be the dreaded double T.
Well, they normally call the double T. I'd like to see them, if they see what happens, call the first one. But if you react, then I guess the second one is warranted as well. As they went down, Kobe said, get your elbow out of my chops.
It'll be a foul on Artest, and a technical. It'll be the double technical, I believe. Yes,
you're right.
And a foul on Artest is their first team foul. Let's head over to John Ireland. John?
Guys, not surprisingly, as soon as that whistle blew, every Laker assistant coach held every Laker player and told them, get back in your seats, don't leave the bench.
Now let's see how this evolves now for the Lakers. Up by 2. Pau Gasol with a beautiful touch. Josh Powell will shoot the first free throws of the second half for the Lakers. And only their 3rd and 4th of the game. It's Lowry from behind. So let's see if the Lakers can go back up by 4.
So the key now is, since you haven't been there very much, no rhythm. Let's make something.
What a night it's been for Josh Powell as he misses the first of 2 with the Lakers up by a couple, and we'll pause for an update.
I'm Nia Lee. It is a unique way to train the hot new workout where you race other people's heartbeats. Take a ride on the Red Line Cycle. That's tonight at 8.
1 of 2 for Josh Powell. So the Lakers now 1 of 4 at the stripe for the game. And back to a 3-point advantage at 76-73. They won a tight one. In fact, they were down inside of 40 seconds here left in the contest. The last time, January 13th. And Kobe hit the 3 with 27 seconds to play. Artest a good look. And he hasn't been on all night as Josh Powell keeps it away from a couple of Rockets, Landry and Lowry. 17 and 9. And Josh Powell in the starting lineup because Lamar Odom's suspension. Kobe up pick. Kobe, a little bit short. So he's now 9 of 17 with a miss. 2 open. Ron Wafer. It's all even. Timeout Lakers.
Well, we'll find out what that little, I don't know what you want to call it, the double technical thing does for each team. Somebody's going to respond. With 6:10 to go here in the fourth, we've got ourselves a tie ball game as the Lakers were late in closing on Von Wafer, and he made them pay.
West Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. By Toyota, get your MPG, your Southern California Toyota dealer today. And by Jack in the Box, where you can get anything on the menu, any time of the day. 12-game home court winning streak on the line for the Houston Rockets as the Lakers are all even now after trailing by 3 at the end of 3. Kobe and the guys tied at 76. Both teams, though, have really struggled here in the fourth offensively. Only 9 for the Lakers, 6 for the Rockets, and Josh Powell has come through in a big way in his first start for Lamar Odom due to the suspension. 17-9 for Josh.
Well, they bring Derek Fisher back along with Sasha in the backcourt. Luke and Kobe will be at the forwards with Pau Gasol in the middle. So a 6 minutes and 10-second game as they continue to push and shove on the other end. And since both of them have one technical foul, they being Kobe and Ron Artest, another double technical, and they both get the early shower.
And I like what Kobe's doing, just holding his ground.
So you can't let someone try to punk you like that.
Now 15 left. Luke Walton out of the timeout, hits the big one and steps into it. Lakers 78-76, foot on the line. So the Lakers by 2. Artest trying to create contact, blocked away by Kobe from behind. Powers the roadblock in front.
I don't see enough of Ron on a game-to-game basis to know what kind of a mad player he is. It seems like he's trying to take too much control now because of that little skirmish that could play into the Lakers' hands.
Well, it seems like they've been a better team at least. He was on the floor when they had that 19-4 run. He's only 3 for 13 tonight. He's got it in the corner and thought about this three. Now only 8 on the shot clock. Wafer in the pull-up game. And Ron Wafer hurting his old team. 14 for Wafer. He didn't play a lot for the Lakers, of course. He had a big game against them January 13th, despite the Lakers winning by 5, 105-100. So it's all even again at 78. Luke Walton, good first step, and he'll go to the line as he's hit from behind by Carl Landry. Getting a little testy now.
And that's what it's all about. You know, it's a tied ball game. It's supposed to be a little test. Just to make sure you keep your emotions under control. As Luke with the good first step gets to the rack, earns 2 free throws. Now the Lakers, we talked about them not getting many free throws. The ones they've gotten, they haven't made.
Luke gets the first, break the deadlock at 78. Lakers by a point now. Luke Walton off the bench tonight. And the matchup has served the Lakers well with Trevor Ariza starting on Ron Artest. Luke knew he missed it, and he keeps it alive, but Artest will pick it up.
But that thing was wide left as soon as it left his hand.
And he was racing down the left side of the paint. 79-78 Lakers. Artest close to a turnover. And he does turn it over. Kobe got a piece of it and a loose ball foul on Artest. He's got his 4th.
So he's trying to do a little too much now, I think.
He has not helped his team all that much. Only 7 points tonight.
This is
and
where,
2 boards.
If I'm Rick, I have to tell him, look, let's stay within the confines of what our system is, not try to do things individually after that little skirmish.
Yeah, the Lakers making pay though. 5 minutes to play in regulation. Very similar to the last time in here. Now Kobe up against Artest. And over Artest. Real strong. Picked up by Von Wafer on the good box out over to the opposite side by Landry. Scola asking for it. Size advantage on Luke Walton. And foul on the floor. No free throws this time. It'll be the 13th foul on the Lakers. They are out of fouls, the Houston Rockets. They've got 14 fouls. Yeah, so the Lakers will shoot the rest of the way.
Yeah, the Lakers got to get to the rim to take advantage of that foul situation. Shooting 20-footers, you don't generally get to the line that often.
Boston lost tonight at Miami. Artest, a little clear out. Didn't make any difference. And Sasha saves it. Right over Landry. A break. Now the Lakers with the floor spread.
See again, Ron taking that ill-advised shot.
Out of control even though he's not racing up the floor. Kobe with 8 on the shot clock. By Artest, who scraped it away. Kobe stays with the play. He'll head to the line looking for the 3-point chance.
He's got some very quick reflexes because they definitely knocked the ball out of his hands and it was free for everybody. but he just seemed like he wanted it a little bit more. Goes to the basket, and Artest from behind and hits him on the shin, but somehow he picks it up, lays it in, three-point opportunity, trying to put the Lakers up by 4.
And trying to make his first free throw of the night. 3 quarters, he had the only free throws for the Lakers, and he was 0 for 2. It's at 4. 82-78 Lakers. They're now 3 of 7 at the stripe. Lowry. Brooks is going to be checking in. Lowry could be his last possession of the floor in this contest. Artest. Fish was there. Man. They got there late on a reach. So Derek Fisher with the foul. And 2 free throws for Ron Artest as Brooks will check in for Lowry. Boy, the off arm of Ron Artest. It's a classic.
Ron, he's a strong guy, too. I mean, he's one of those players that loves the physicality of everything. So he's got the line to shoot, too, see if he can cut into the Lakers' 4-point advantage. This is where you really want them to have to score from the field. Make them earn points from the field and not give them the freebies.
Doing a much better job of the line on Monday night in the win at Denver by 2, 97-95. They gave away a huge second half lead. They were up by 19. And they were only 20 of 35 at the stripe, 57%. Their worst night all year. So you don't feel like you want to be the team to follow that kind of performance at the line. And that's what they've done tonight. They've been efficient there. 12 of 14, 86%. While the Lakers are just 3 of 7. See if the Lakers can get there the rest of the way, though. Houston is on a foul, so are the Lakers now. Try to keep it out of Kobe's hands. Over the top is available. But the shot clock down on Kobe, and he looked back. Loses it. Now, Artest gambled. Kobe a good look at 3. Got it! Burns Artest and matches the largest lead of the game for the Lakers, putting them up 85-80.
Well, with the shot clock that low, why gamble on the steal? Come up dry, and Kobe comes up wet.
Foul from Zhao. Artest again. They funnel him into the paint. Kobe took it away. Luke Walton leaks out. Lakers by 5. And it'll be a couple of free throws. Von Wafer with the foul. Man, oh man. Kobe looks over at us. He's getting vocal now. We like it. We really like it.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got 3 minutes and 16 seconds to continue to like it because this game is far from over.
At KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by Supercuts.
Lakers by 5 with 2 free throws coming to Luke Walton. And in case you were wondering how this game has transpired, our Verizon game summary. Biggest lead for the Rockets was 14. That was in the third quarter, early in the third, but the Lakers have overcome that, and their biggest lead 7, and they're looking to match that right now as if Luke can knock down 2 free throws.
Now to the second half on January 13th. Kind of a duplicate. Lakers outscored them in the second half, 61-34 so far tonight in the second half. Lakers 45-29. And Kobe, as he was getting a little vocal coming over to talk to you and I, he said he can't talk that kind of, and I can't exactly put it out on the air what he said.
Well, I mean, Kobe is one of the most competitive players I've ever been around. As Luke misses the first of 2, so that's 1 of 3 for Luke in his last 3 attempts. You want to get to the charity stripe, you got to convert.
He'll take 1 of 2. So the Lakers just 4 of 9, 44%, but they have their biggest lead of the game.
I'm just
a
hoping,
lot of time left.
I'm just hoping this game can end without Artest and Kobe getting into anything.
Now they clear out for Yao. And Fish pops it away. Von Wafer right back at it. Aaron Brooks for 3. It was challenged, and he looks for a 4-point play. Do you believe it?
Well, again, when you're going at a shooter, you know what hand he shoots with. You have to shade that side so your momentum carries you past him. If you don't, your momentum is going to carry you right into him. Continuation play, a 4-point opportunity coming to Aaron Brooks. And all of a sudden, the Lakers' lead is 3 going on 2.
And before that made, they had been only 4 for 22 from beyond the arc as he gets the rare 4-point play. So Aaron Brooks out of Oregon up to 12. Very quiet night for him because he shared the minutes with Lowry. Now Kobe, 2:45 to play. Up against Artest on the spin, and he lost the handle. A turnover. He simply lost it.
I'm wondering if his fingers is really bothering because he's lost it a few times this year.
They want to go back to Yao. It'll be Brooks caught in the air. Von Wafer. It's all even. 6-0 run for the Rockets.
Like I said, this game is far from over. The Lakers went up by 6, and we're feeling pretty good. You got to play throughout the 48.
See if they can also get to the rim. Artest just picked up the foul. Pau Gasol goes to the free throw line. And you talk about a strange move by Artest. He was holding Gasol's jersey. That's 2 free throws with 2:11 to play. 35, 40 feet from the basket.
Well, now Powell gets an opportunity to see what he can do from the charity stripe. His first trip there all night long. Everybody, his first trip basically. The Lakers haven't attempted many, but going down the stretch, everything is magnified. So these misses from the line that the Lakers have had lately are magnified.
Powell gets the first of 2. Lakers lead by 1. Well, Rick Adelman has stayed with Artest.
Well, that's 5 fouls on Ron. So now if the Lakers can make him play defense again, he may be done for the evening.
Powell gets both with the pressure on, puts the Lakers up by 2. As Pau Gasol now has 20 points. That was his first free throws of the evening. And it comes with 2:06 to play and counting. And they want to get the touch for Yao. And Pau Gasol takes it away and saves it. Pretty athletic move for the big guy.
Third time, Powell has done a real good job of moving his feet on the side front, getting into the passing lane, and coming up with the ball.
23 turnovers for the Rockets on that takeaway. Kobe weaving his way to the left hand, rolls her home. Lakers by 4, 90-86.
Yeah, but you got to get back defensively. And remember, a minute ago they had a 6-point lead that was wiped out in like a blink.
4-point plays to do that to you.
In a hurry.
Aaron Brooks. They had Yao inside against Luke Walton. Finally, they go there on the mismatch. And he won't stay down.
He missed?
Yeah, a little jump hook over Luke Walton. So the Lakers with the ball and a 4-point advantage. Kobe looks up at the shot clock. Screen and roll. Kobe on the fall away. Got it! Does it again. Lakers by a half dozen. 92-86. Timeout Houston. Best finisher in the game, trying to will the Lakers home.
Oh, Kobe. And this one, a little double clutch on the play. Powell makes a defensive play. And Kobe says, you do the defense, I'll take care of the offense. And what's he do? Puts the Lakers back up by 6, 102-86. He made that. Kobe looks at him and says, are you Mouse? Lakers by
to visit your Ford dealer and drive one.
Well, the Lakers by 6. You get a look at the timeout situation. Neither team has a foul to give. Lakers in good shape as far as timeouts are concerned. As Kobe put the Lakers up by 6 with that one. I mean, falling away, and Artest turns and looks and says, are you kidding me? He made that. Kobe looks at him and says, are you kidding me? Don't you know what I do? Is it the 4th quarter? Am I Mamba?
And he brings them back from double-digit deficits, like the last time in Houston when they trailed by 16 in the first half.
Now you guard the 3 points again.
It'll be Artest for 3. Not close, but Yao's there. Wafer on the run out. Von Wafer makes it 4. So they got the miss. They couldn't get the rebound. And Kobe will milk the clock.
And you're going to the free throw line, so you're going to have to, if you penetrate, not have to, but you probably get a better chance at a whistle.
Now inside a 10 of the shot clock. Kobe on the lead. Go to the line. Look for the 3-point play. Battier clipped him on the hip.
Oh, boy, you talk about stopping on a dime. As Battier was trying to get back into the play, his momentum carries him into Kobe. Kobe says, oh, no problem. Sweet jumper. Looks at the baseline fans and says, did you get a picture of that one? If not, hold on for another few seconds. You'll get a chance to get another. Kobe looking to make it a 3-point opportunity.
So he has taken over once again in the second half. 14 of 23 from the field. Huge free throw. 7-point game. 95-88. Rockets with only one timeout. Hustle it up. Will not advance it.
Now you switch everything.
Artest finally gets one. Long two. It's a deuce though. They got a foul. Kobe will go to the line. And if it's on Artest, he's through. Instead batting it. 95-91. Make your free throws, it's over. Or 95-90. Actually, it was only a 2, not a 3. Actually, our official board had 91. It's only a 2 though.
Kobe and Artest having a running dialogue now too.
Kobe was not happy with an elbow in his face.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, the forearm in the face, and that's when he came over to us and he said he is not going to talk that kind of you-know-what to me. And then you saw what Artest was trying to do out of a timeout. He was leaning on him, trying to move him off.
All the three-point shooters coming in for the Rockets. Not that should make a difference. 28 seconds to play. Kobe and Ron still talking. I'm surprised the officials are allowing this. I mean, seriously, they should tell both of them, knock it off.
The only thing that matters to Kobe is what's up on the board right now with 28.1 to play as Ariza comes in for defensive purposes and matchups with all the shooters coming in.
Yeah, see now, what the Lakers have on the floor now, the 5 people, switch everything. There's no mismatch anywhere.
The largest lead of the game, and we'll get the roll. So Kobe with 34, and I said it, but his last 6 against the Rockets, 35-point average. Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, that's what you call a long rebound.
All the way to Von Wafer. 18.2 to play. He's getting the hands once again of Fisher Kobe. And Fish this time will go to the free throw line. With 16.4 to play, so it looks like the dry spell is over, and I'm talking about 3 consecutive road losses.
I get the impression that this game is O-V-E-R. I'm really surprised that the officials are allowing this.
Well, here comes Greg Willard.
I mean, they're not doing anything though. I mean, normally the officials break that kind of stuff immediately. They tell them, knock it off. Because that verbiage escalates into physicality.
Dialogue must not be that bad all of a sudden now. Artest, though, has a real serious look on his face, but good. Keep smiling, please. Kobe is right where he wants to be, up by 6.
This is the first.
And the Lakers have taken the season series from the Houston Rockets, too. The Rockets will use their final timeout with 16.4 to play as in the clutch, Derek Fisher came through.
Well, 16 more seconds and Lakers will walk out of here very, very happy.
Against the San Antonio Spurs. Now Kobe is going to be guarding Ron Artest in the opposite end. Kobe is not as good as it was for Josh Powell early, and also Pau Gasol in the first half. Kobe closed it out again for the Lakers.
He ought to be on that show, The Closer, because he is the closer.
Shooters out there, no fouls. Batting, he'll give him the 2. It's a 5-point game. Get it into Kobe. Foul by Lowry. And a couple more free throws with 10.3 to play. You can't blame the Rockets just trying to lengthen things in case the Lakers go try at the strike.
Absolutely. I mean, the Rockets are doing what they're supposed to do.
Boston lost tonight, by the way, at Miami. So Boston has 16 losses. They are 3 back of the Lakers with 18 to play for the Lakers. In the loss column, Cleveland no even at 50-13, and they have the night off. Utah losing. That snapped their 12-game winning streak. They lost at Atlanta. 10.3 to play, as I mentioned. That's what they're looking for. But they're out of timeouts. They cannot advance the ball.
Well, that's why the Lakers defensively have to make sure they inbound it and pick it up in a hurry, not let them get it to midcourt.
Yeah, roll it up all the way. Kobe makes it 6. Aaron Brooks. And he gets the 3, so it is down. And we've seen a lot of strange things happen. A lot of time left, 6 seconds to play.
They ruled it a 3, but I think it was a 2.
They make him overlook, and they will. Yeah. Was his foot on the line? They put the arm up real quickly.
When he faked, he stepped into it, and his right foot was on the line.
Yeah, good look.
Yeah. They should just ask our crew about it. Our camera crew got it on the money.
So he stepped onto the line and well onto the line.
Yeah, it was his right foot with a little bit of fake. There's the fake, there's the step, and that right foot is on the line.
That'll keep it at 4 for the Lakers with 6 seconds to play. So Greg Willard, who's the head of this crew, along with Courtney Kirkland, Gary Zielinski, puts 2 on the board, not 3. And a little more breathing room for the Lakers. Luke Walton will bring it in, and the other 4 free throw shooters on the floor, with the exception of one guy, Derek Fisher. He's one of your best. Bring it in to Kobe. And the foul, a reach, Battier. 2 more coming up for Kobe. So the Lakers will be at 51-13 with the best record in the NBA. And what I like is the statement they made tonight on the road against a team that had a 12-game home court winning streak. They've had a nice run, the Houston Rockets, and playing at a high level.
And what I liked about it was the way they came out of the locker room in the third quarter. I mean, I liked their energy from the beginning, but down by 11, they came out and really took it to them right away and got back into it in a hurry.
They helped the San Antonio Spurs at the same time, as Houston is now 4 back in the loss column in the Southwest Division. Houston at 42-24 after the loss. San Antonio up by 2 to start play tonight. 43-20. So Kobe at 36 points. Finally getting to the free throw line late in the game. Now 6 of 9. Let's see if it's 7 of 10. Yes. So it's official. Lowry will have the final shot for the Rockets. And the Lakers will have taken the first 3 games against the Rockets this year. And they have captured, of course, both here in Houston in the span of about 8 weeks.
This is a big one because they were playing without, obviously, their center, Andrew Bynum, who they've been without for a while. But losing Lamar Odom in the last game under suspension, this was a big win for them.
Boy, did Josh Powell deliver in a starting role with 17 and 9, hitting 8 of his 14 shots. As we head over to the closer with John Ireland.
I am with the closer, Kobe Bryant. What did you guys do at halftime or at the start of the third quarter? You were down by 11 and you took over the game. What was different?
We had to stop giving up so many points in the paint. And that's one thing we talked about at halftime. Even though we were down 11, it still felt like we were in control of the game, as crazy as that seemed. So it was just a matter of coming out, executing, we'd be fine.
What in the world was Ron Artest saying to you? He would not stop talking. You kept scoring on him, and he just kept talking.
I mean, we had some battles in the past. He's won some, I've won some. But, he's never talked trash to me before. And so, that kind of got me going a little bit. You should know better than that.
Did he ever stop?
No, at the end, it just kind of became, it's a casual, friendly thing, because we go way back, so.
All right, this was obviously a big win for you guys because of the way you had been playing on the road. Trouble in Denver, trouble in Phoenix, really bad in Portland. What was different tonight?
We just had to come out and play hard. Our second unit came in, gave us a big lift, and we needed that, and this one was for El Boogie.
Yeah, Lamar couldn't play. I thought Josh Powell was great in his absence.
He was fantastic. So, now it's time to go into San Antonio. I got to get my tooth fixed because it got knocked
Did it again?
Yeah, Natalia, look. See, look. Get daddy's tooth. I got to knock back again, but I'm going to go to the dentist to get it fixed up. So.
All right, we'll find a dentist for you in San Antonio, okay?
No milkshakes for me.
All right, I'll get you one. That's Kobe Bryant, guys. Back to you.
All right, the Lakers score 62 in the